The boys just keep on rolling and finding a new way to win today. You knew you weren't going to score 28 runs against the Red Sox today, so you had to do it a little bit differently. Winning 4-1 over the Bo Sox today at Fenway Park, and with the win, the Jays have now at least won the series, and they've won 5 consecutive games, and they're now 52-43 on the season, and with the victory, the Jays are now 4 games ahead of said Boston Red Sox. And what a pitching performance today from Alek Manoah, including some yapping at the end. And don't you love it, right? Watching the Red Sox get shoved, Manoah getting pumped. They don't like Manoah getting pumped. They give him something. He's going to yap right back because he's a monster. And you can yap him all you want. He's going out there and shoving you. That's fine by me. Let's break this puppy down. First inning, nothing doing. Got into a little bit of trouble, did Alek Manoah, but got Franchi Cordero to pop out to end the inning. We go to the bottom of the second, and Bobby Dalbec at the dish, and Manoah spikes one right in front of him. Full windup, no problem. And I don't know if he felt something or what, but he kind of fires it right into the ground right in front of him and walks off and takes his time. And we're all thinking to ourselves, is he okay? Like, that's the last thing we want. After winning 28-5, and you're feeling fantastic about things. And the last thing you want is for Alek Manoah to go down injured. Takes some time, doesn't even throw any warm-up pitches, then proceeds to throw a hanging slider to Bobby Dalbec, who drills it over the Green Monster, and the Red Sox are up 1-0. And then it's followed up by a Jackie Bradley single, and I'm like, is he really okay? Okay, velocity's all right. His spin's okay. He's not looking like he's trying to shake something off. He looked okay. And that's all they get in that inning. And we talk about how you want to be able to answer after a team takes a lead or gets a run. And on the opposing side, you want that 0. Well, in the top of the third, right, Matt Chapman gets on to lead off the inning with a single in the left field. It's off the end of the bat. Not a great read from Verdugo, and it drops in for a single. You know, we saw yesterday, in his first game coaching, John Schneider put these two guys specifically, Matt Chapman and Santiago Espinal, in the hit and run. Espinal doesn't strike out a whole lot, puts a lot of bat to ball. And later in AB, they do play the hit and run game. Chapman takes off. Espinal lines it into left center for a base hit. Chapman rounds second, rounds third, heading home. Throw comes into the second baseman, and he is lost. He turns and thinks about firing to first, stops, and is like, oh, maybe I should go home now. Too late, buddy. Chapman slides in safely. I think he slid. And the Jays are up 1-0 in the top, they're tied 1-1 in the top of the third inning. And we keep going. And this is when the Jays get good, right? We talk about, they're taking too many pitches, they're taking too many good pitches to hit. Well, George Springer then comes up. Let me rephrase that. Kevin Biggio then comes up and drills one off the Green Monster to the opposite field on the first pitch of the 80. When was the last time Kevin Biggio swung the bat in the first pitch of an at-bat? Well, he did there, hit a double, and then gets second and third. Nobody out. And you're already tied. You're looking to take the lead here. Next batter, George Springer, on the first pitch, drills one to center field. It's a base hit. In comes Santiago Espinal, and the Jays have the lead. A few batters later, with Kevin Biggio at third base, Kirk comes up, right? Initially, they had Vladdy up, and he lines into center field. It was caught by Duran. He fires it home. Biggio does not tag up, and you know what? Initially, I was like, damn, you want that run. But then I thought back. I'm like, okay, well, there's nobody out, right? And you have Alejandro Kirk at the dish. I mean, yeah, he's prone to the double play, but he's also an incredible run producer. And Alejandro Kirk does what Alejandro Kirk does. Drives the ball to right field, and Jackie Bradley Jr. has to go back to get the ball. It's an easy tag up from Kevin Biggio. He comes in to score, and the Jays lead at 3-1. You don't get a home run, you get a couple RBI singles and a sacrifice fly and a little bit of shoddy defense. And the Jays are up 3-1 after they were down 1-0 in the previous half inning. And then Manoah goes out there and he starts shoving. And shout out to George Springer in that bottom half of the third inning with 2 out. Xander Bogaerts crushes one to center field. And Springer has this thing measured the entire way. He does not keep his eyes on the ball the entire time. Knows where the wall is. Times his jump perfectly. And makes an incredible catch at the wall to end the inning. And the Blue Jays continue to lead 3-1. Manoah gets out of that inning in the third. And it was a ground ball double play and then that catch. So a really nice inning there defensively for the Toronto Blue Jays. And then he started to settle in, did Alek Manoah. We fast forward to the 6th inning. And he strikes out Franchy Cordero. And you can hear it. He yells, "Let's go!" And I don't know if Franchy Cordero thought he said something to him. But it seemed like right after that, it was like stare down the entire way back to the dugout. And then Alek Manoah was like, "Go sit down, B word." You guys probably seen the clip already. You know what he said. Anyways, Bobby Delbeck comes up next. And Manoah K's him looking. See, he's jacked up, right? Looks into the dugout. He's pumped up. And then Bobby Delbeck says, go sit down or go something. And then Manoah, he ain't gonna back down from nobody. And he fires back, yells at them back, and I'm like, I love the fire from this kid. Albeit, maybe taking it a little far with what he's saying, but hey, I love it. I love the fire in the kid. And when you're going out there and you're showing that, yeah, I can talk the talk, and I will walk the walk, because I will punch you out 7 times in the game, as he did to the Boston Red Sox today. And honestly, God, other than that deep fly ball from Xander Bogaerts, he made him look silly. Can we talk about that changeup that he had on the inner half that just tied up Bogaerts and struck him out? I mean, that was nasty stuff. A fantastic outing from Alek Manoah today. And the bullpen did a great job. And just to kind of add on to it, heck of a job at the top of the 9th inning from Teoscar Hernandez. Actually, you know what? Before we get to Teoscar, I think it was an Alejandro Kirk. Yeah, it was a Kirky. I believe it was Alejandro Kirk who got on with a single. They pinch ran for Zimmer. Makes sense, right? You have Jano can come on, play defense. Maybe you can get this extra run. Zimmer steals second base, and we're all like, whoa! He didn't get picked off. He did something. Great job from Zimmer. Then he moves over on the RBI. Was it the ground out or a sac fly? I believe it was a ground out. And then Teo, they had the infield in, right, because there's only 1 out. And Teo bounces it over the third baseman into left field for a base hit. In comes Zimmer, and Teo's like, I'm going to dig for 2. And he right as the ball goes over the third baseman's head and he sees what the left fielder's playing, he's instantly, I'm going for 2. And he does, slides in safely, and I love the effort from Teo there. Great job from him. Putting the Jays up 4-1, and that gave every Jays fan a breath and a sigh of relief, really. Because of the way that bottom of the 8th it went, it was getting a little dicey. All right, but we'll talk about that in a very short time. The team stats. George Springer went 1 for 3 in the game with an RBI and a walk. Matt Chapman, another great day for him at 1 for 3 with a run scored. He also walked 1, so got on base 2 of the 4 times he came to the dish. The team overall, though, only had 7 hits in the ball game, but you made them count, right? 4 runs on 7 hits, struck out 8 times, but they walked 4 times and did a really good job of finding ways to score runs. And of course, the pitching staff got it done. We talked about it yesterday with the Jays laying the beat down. Your entire bullpen was rested and ready to go. So after Manoah's 6 innings of 7 hit ball, 1 run, 7 Ks, does not walk a batter, Jimmy Garcia goes out there and just does Jimmy Garcia things. He went an inning, no hits, 1 walk, got a couple strikeouts. Clean inning for Jimmy Garcia. Adam Simber, you could definitely tell he was fighting himself a little bit. Walked the first guy of the inning, and then hit Xander Bogaerts, right, with 1 out. Now we have 2 on and 1 out here, and we're kind of freaking out. And I got to get you, John Schneider, he does not wait around for things, and I love it. He allows him to face the 3rd guy of the inning, as you always have to, right? No, sorry, it wasn't the 3rd guy. It was the 4th guy of the inning. So he technically could have taken Simber out, but he gives him Cordero, and he strikes out Cordero on a full count pitch. You see the emotion from Simber, and a lot of times you'd be like, okay, he found it there, let's give him another guy. John Snyder's like, no, enough of this nonsense. He goes to the bullpen, brings in Romano, gets the big out to end the inning, and I think every Jays fan right there, and I was watching this game, obviously, and I see that, I'm like, that's game for me. Because now you have 7, 8, 9 going out there in the 9th inning for the Red Sox. Romano's out there. He's buzzing. They'll be just fine. And then the Jays added that 4th run, and I'm like, okay, this is even more over now. Romano goes 1, 2, 3 in the 9th inning, picks up save number 21 on the year, goes an inning in the 3rd, doesn't allow a base runner, and strikes out 1. He was spectacular. The bullpen was good. Starting pitching great. Your defense was flawless. You only allowed the 1 run. It's a great team win for the Toronto Blue Jays. They've won 5 straight games. And with the Seattle Mariners losing again today, the Jays now have sole possession of that 2nd wild card spot, right? And with the Rays losing today to the Kansas City Royals, the Jays, I believe, are tied. Or they're half a game. It might be half a game, I believe, between the Jays and the Rays. We're right there. We just got to keep playing our game, going out there, winning ball games. Great job from the fellas tonight, and they have a chance tomorrow to do what every Jays fan, you know what, let me rephrase this. Every baseball fan, except for Boston fans, everyone is cheering for the Blue Jays tomorrow because you'd love to see them sweep the Sox. Like, come on now. And you look at the pitching matchup, right? You got Ross Stripling on the hill for the Blue Jays. He's been outstanding this year. With Rafi Devers on the IL, there's a lefty bat out of the lineup. So that lineup's a little bit more thin, albeit, Vasquez has been great, Verdugo's been great, Bogarts is Bogarts. But after that, it's like, what do you got? So let's see what Ross Stripling has in store for tomorrow. And Brayan, it's not Brian, it's Brayan Bello in ERA North 10. He's getting the start tomorrow for the Red Sox. A 1:35 first pitch at Fenway as the Jays look to just do the thing. You all know what I'm talking about. I said it once earlier in the video. I'm not going to say it again because the boys know what to do. And they better do it. But we love to see it. You win that game, right? Then you put yourself 5 games up on the Red Sox. You're putting pressure on the Mariners. You're putting pressure on the Rays. You win your ball game, you put pressure on everybody else. Albeit it's only July, so we're not really worried about that too much. But hey, go out there and do what you can control, and that's win a ball game, all right? So Jays fans, you know what? That is going to do it for this one. If you enjoyed the video and enjoyed the game this evening, smack that like button. I do appreciate that. Hit the subscribe button. You guys are not already. Comment down below. Thoughts on the video, thoughts on the game, what you like, what you not like from today's game of the Toronto Blue Jays. Also, your thoughts on the whole Alek Manoah getting fired up there in the 6th inning. Do you think it was too much for Manoah? Do you think it was rightly so? Because the Red Sox just, I don't know. I mean, I hate the Red Sox with a passion, so I'm fine with them doing that to them. But I want to get your guys' thoughts about that in the comments. Your thoughts on the George Springer catch. Your thoughts on the bullpen job tonight. Everything. Go crazy in the comments, all right? So Twitter link is down below as well. So follow up, send me a DM, do all that great stuff. The Instagram link is down below, so follow up there if you guys have not done so already. I will talk to you guys, Jays-ish, and of course, tomorrow evening. All right, I guess it'll be late afternoon, I guess, between the Jays and the Red Sox, the finale of the 3-game set at Fenway Park. Ross Stripling, Brayan Bello. 1:35 first pitch there as the boys look for the sweep. Let's get it done tomorrow, fellas. It's going to be, no matter what, it's going to be a tough one because it's game of baseball. You never know what you're going to get, right? So let's see what they can do tomorrow. Thank you guys so much for listening and watching. I hope you enjoyed the video and the game today. We'll talk to you guys then.